Yes. Am I audible? Siddhika?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So my screen is sharing with you, no? You're able to see
Yes,
the screen?
ma'am. I can see.
Okay. So Siddhika, see, we in our normal regular batch, which you are going to join, we have
Yes.
started with this first unit, physical world and measurement, and some portion of it we have.
Um,
In your school, which lesson is going?
Ma'am, is this the 11th grade?
This one only, this unit only.
Yes. Um, we're still on the first chapter.
This one only,
I
no?
haven't I haven't been able to attend yet because I'm a little further away, but
Okay.
I've been getting the notes.
All right, all right. No worries about it. And see, even regarding the syllabus, I think if it is going parallel, then it's all right. And
Yeah.
otherwise, also in your during your summer vacations, we'll be having continuous classes over here. So your syllabus will be tallied up. All right, don't not worry about it. See, in
Okay.
this
Ma'am.
unit, some of the things I wanted to tell you was because in today's class we will be starting with the derivation of formula from dimensional analysis. So for that,
Okay.
few things you should know so that you're not are you, I hope, aware of this? No, you must be writing down the notes, so some awareness you must be having
Yes,
of.
yes. I'm getting the notes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So see, just basics I'll just discuss with you. See, regarding the notes and the classes and all, you can take up the video lectures from Learnivio. You can take up the
Yeah.
video lectures, and whatever lectures have been missed by you, I think 2 to 3 classes only are there which have been missed. So that you can take the videos, you can forward it wherever portion you want to study, you can study, and rest of the part you
Mhm.
can take the screenshots and make the separate notes for this, all right.
Okay.
So we started with physical quantities. So physical quantities are basically those quantities which you can measure, like height, weight, with the help of any
Yes.
instrument, with the help of any device, you can at least measure it. Now, they are also of two types. Fundamental quantities are those which do not need some other quantities to explain themselves. They express other quantities. So those are fundamental. We'll be needing fundamental quantities only for the dimensions. And derived,
Okay.
see, when we'll be using the fundamental quantities, we'll put the mathematical operations between them. Now the new quantity that is formed, that is known as derived quantity. Like length and time, these are fundamental quantities. So suppose I divide length by time, that gives me velocity. So velocity, this is a new quantity. So this is what is meant by fundamental and derived quantities, right?
Yes.
So among the all the quantities, you have to remember just these basic 7 quantities, 7 fundamental quantities exist. Out of this also, you just have to remember these 5 quantities: mass,
Okay,
length,
ma'am.
time. For temperature, we represent it through theta, we represent it through Kelvin as well, and electric current. Electric current is represented through amperes. Now, luminous intensity is basically the way light is coming from this tube light. So,
Yes.
whatever is the amount of heat, amount of light that is coming, that is known as luminous intensity. So, luminous intensity is not in very much detail in your syllabus, and you also need not. Regarding amount of substance, this you will study in chemistry in detail. Mole concept,
Okay.
you will study. So what you have to remember, mass, length, time, these are basics. Apart from these, temperature and electric current. SI units also, I think SI unit you will be able to manage. Now,
Yes.
see, regarding the these 7 fundamental quantities, there are 2 additional quantities, or you can say 2 supplementary quantities. So supplementary quantities, one you are already aware of. See, if I draw 2 lines, the lines are intersecting at some point. So
Yes.
definitely the lines are making certain angle among themselves, right? So this is known as plane angle, which we have been studying, which we use. This is known as plane angle formed in 2 dimensions. Now, suppose I do not talk about this angle that is drawn over here. Suppose I take a sheet and I roll it in the form of a cone. So at the base of cone, I'll be getting this shape, that is a mini cone. Beneath it, that would be subtending certain angle inside it. So that angle that is formed, that is known as solid angle. So this is angle formed in 3 dimensions. So plane
Okay.
angle, solid angle, these are the 2 supplementary quantities. Derived we have discussed. Now writing of dimensions. See, some of the dimensions I have listed already here. This you can take up the notes. I think you'll be able to tally up. Just
Yes.
revise these only, because in your NCERT, at the back of your NCERT, lots and lots of dimensional formulas are given, and you cannot remember all of these. So some you should remember thoroughly,
The
directly
basic.
remember their values. Others, what you can do, you can use their formula and write it up. Initially, you're not aware of all the formulas that are present, because this is the beginning only. But till the end of the session, you'll be able to remember other formulas as well, because for every formula, you have a separate lesson in different units of physics. So you'll be able to match it up at the end. But for the time being, formula part and SI unit part, those I'll give you, and it will be provided in the question. And if any formula is there that is from your 12th standard concept, that a formula will also be given to you. What you need
Okay.
to do, you just need to understand how to put in the dimensions. 3 parts are there in this lesson. First part is writing down the dimensional formula. Second part is forming the formula. Suppose any formula is there, area is equal to length into breadth, density is equal to mass by volume, any formula is there. So writing down of that formula. And third is conversion. When one unit is converted into another. Newton is converted into dyne, joules is converted into ergs, meters to centimeters, kg to grams, like this, those. So these are the 3 portions. So up till now, we have completed the first one. Second part, I'll start in today's class only. So with other students that you can do.
Yes.
Now, yes.
Nothing, ma'am.
All right. Now see, area, when we write area is length into breadth. So for length, the dimensions that are present, for length, the dimensions that are present, L only, the dimension that is present. And for breadth also we write the same. So length into length, that becomes L square. So either you can write it as L square, or you can write the complete. See, we usually write it in the form of MLT. So if L square is there, there is no presence of time, there is not a single presence of mass. So you can put M0 T0. That also signifies that this is massless. There is no time involved in the formula. It's just the length involved that is involved. That's from here only we write 2D and 3D. From here only, like L square is written. So this is only signifying that 2 dimensions are there. Suppose one more length I add you and I give you the formula of volume. So what difference will come? One more length will get multiplied. So L cube will be there. If suppose density. So in density, we have mass by volume as the formula of density. So mass will remain M1, length is L cube, volume is L cube, right? L into L into L, L cube. So here what will happen? L will go up, right? So when one of the denominator or numerator gets exchanged, the power usually gets negative. If it is positive, it becomes negative. If it is negative, it becomes positive. So that's why the formula here is M1 L to the power minus 3. Clear till here?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, some questions we did. So see, this is the table in the tabular form. You will find it in the video lectures. You can go through it. You'll be able to understand it. Yes, one more thing. Speed, distance is simple. Speed, acceleration, force, and work done. Just try to remember the dimensional formula for just these 4. Speed, acceleration, force, and work done. Because speed and acceleration, they are very basic quantities in mechanics. So everywhere in your motion in a straight line also, when we'll be starting, most probably next week, we'll start with motion in a straight line. There also you will see that all these lessons, all these concepts of velocity and acceleration get added up. So that's why you should be aware of it. And you should remember it. Otherwise, your time will get wasted. And force. Force will be used in most of the questions that you'll be solving. So instead of first calculating it in the rough and then putting it, it's better if you remember the value also. And one more thing, work done. This formula, no, ML square T to the power minus 2. This is the formula for work done. Now look here, this formula you should remember more than rest of it, because this formula is written, no, this is the formula of work done. This is not just a single formula for work done. All the types of energies that are present in your system, be it kinetic energy, be it your potential energy, all the internal energies that are present, entropy, all the types of energies that are present within your system. Every energy plus the work done. Work done is also a type of energy. electrostatic potential energy, gravitational energy, any type of energy that is present is having the dimensional formula ml square t to the power minus 2. So if you remember this, you are not only remembering work done, you are remembering for the entire energies that are present, all the sets of entire energies, kinetic, potential, any type of energy if you choose. So this
Okay.
is the formula, dimensional formula. Apart from this, we did certain questions like here in this question, G is the universal constant. This will come in gravitation, the last lesson of your first book of NCRT. So here
Okay.
capital G was unknown and rest of the things were asked. Means the dimensional formula of G was asked. We knew the formula for mass, we knew the formula for radius, we knew the formula for force. So that's why this way we had put and we had got our answer. So how did I solve it? Gravitational constant, I have kept it on one side, which is the unknown quantity, and rest of the quantities I have shifted it on the other side. So that became FR square divided by M1, M2. Now see again force is getting used. So I have just directly put in the formula for force, ML1 T to the power minus 2, and R square will become L square, M1 into M2. This is M square. This is how I got the formula. Then you can properly normal mathematically calculate it. Then this is a similar question which we did. Yes, then these are the quantities. These you just have to have a look on this. 24 total quantities are present, but in your NCRT, if you look, more quantities are present. So that will just waste your time. All the important quantities are written here. So before your exam, because this lesson is actually a very easy lesson. Once you will step up into mechanics, mechanics is very lengthy and very difficult, and it's vast also. So when you have to revise before your exam, so these portions you can revise it from your notes. So do not remember these, just remember those four that I have told you. Do not
Okay.
remember these, because you have like modulus of elasticity. This is present in properties of solid, mechanical properties of solid. Surface tension is present in bulk properties unit under mechanical properties of fluid. So for every quantity you have formula. So the formula you will be able to remember it. But if you have the formula, you can put it. Suppose if I ask you, if I give you a quantity, let's say inertia. Inertia is some analog of mass. This you study in rotation. This is a part of rotational physics. So a formula for moment of inertia is I is equal to mr square. Now m is the mass, r is radius. So for m mass, I'll write it as m. For radius, I'll write it as L square. So ml square, that became the formula for moment of inertia. So at the end of the lesson, at the end of the session, you will be able to remember the formula I is equal to mr square by yourself once you have gone through rotational dynamics. So you just need to understand how to put in MLT when the power is used, which are getting cancelled. That's it. The rest of the things you'll be able to manage it. So these are the quantities. This one more thing in the last class which we had discussed, I think this till here only we did it. See, when two quantities are getting divided, you can divide any two quantities, right? But if
Yes.
I tell you, you are having 5 meters of some quantity, right? I am having 5 kgs of it. Can we add it total? We cannot add it. 5 meters plus 5 kg. Is it possible? No. If,
No.
if I have 2 meters and you're having 5 meters, then we can get it equal and write it to 7 meters. It means only meters and meters, same dimensions got added. Same thing goes for subtraction also. If you're having, suppose let's say you are having something 5 kg in quantity. I am having that same quantity as 2 meters. So 5 kg minus 2 meters, that won't be possible. How can you subtract mass from length? But if it is 5 meters and 2 meters, so 5 meters minus 2 meters will be 3 meters, then only you can write a specific unit. So it means only the quantities that have the same dimension get added or subtracted. You can divide any quantity. We divide. For speed, we write the formula as distance by time. Distance is separate, time is separate. We can divide and multiply because things get cancelled up, the units. But for addition and subtraction, quantities have same unit. So in this question, it was given f is equal to a minus x square divided by bt. X we knew this is position. So X square became L square. But the task was to find out A. The task was to find out this A. So basically this, what is meant by this? No, this is written A minus X square. So this means that dimension of A is equal to dimension of X squared. Then only they are getting subtracted. It's like A is some 5 meters and X square is some 2 meters. They are, if they are getting subtracted, it means both are having the same dimension. It's not possible for A or for X square to have any other dimension. So it means their dimensions are equal. So if I have to find out the dimension of A, what is the best thing I can do? Equate it to the dimension of X squared, that is L squared. So this way I'll get the answer. Or this you can put in the formula and calculate it for people. One more question we did. Suppose here, this is volume, this is B. So if V minus B is existing, volume minus B is existing, means volume, the dimension of volume and dimension of B is same. That's why we are able to subtract it. You cannot subtract 5 meters from 5 meter cube. You can only subtract 5 meters when you have another 10 meters present over here. So this is one more concept that you need to keep in mind. Rest of the part you'll be able to manage. Rest is just linear equation formation. Next part is calculation of a formula. But I think I'll start with the rest of the class because that has to be covered in today. So just wait for 5 to 6 minutes. Some other student will also join. Then I'll continue.
Okay,
All
ma'am.
right. Stay connected.
Okay.
You can take a 5 minutes break. Then I'll continue.
Okay, ma'am.
This is the second part, derivation of a formula. Now, when we have to derive the formula, there is no particular method for it, particular formula for it. We are going to directly start with a question. So suppose this question is given that derive the formula for centripetal force. Now, whenever this type of question is given, here it will be mentioned to you that on which quantities is our main quantity depending. So suppose in this question, this is saying centripetal force is depending upon mass, velocity, and radius. So what is the first step? Write it whatever it's given. This is saying this is depending upon mass, velocity, radius. See, how do we remove the proportionality sign? We put a constant with an equal to, right? So same thing is what we are going to do. F is equal to K M V R. So just put some powers on it that we have to find out. Put the powers on it that we have to find it out. So let's say ABCD you can write, XYZ you can write, any power you can write, which you have to find it out. So let's say this is some X, Y, Z. And now the values of X, Y, Z, which we have to find. That is how our formula will be constructed, because you do not know whether the formula is mv square by r, mv square into r, m square vr, m square v by r square. We do not know. How will we find out? If we know the powers, then only we will be able to find out. So see, write dimensional formula of the known quantities. Write the dimensional formula of force, write dimensional formula of mass, velocity, radius. This much we have studied till now. We'll be able to write it. So what is force? Force is mlt to the power minus 2. That's what I'm saying. Remember, at least for force. Force, velocity, these are used a lot. So this is force equal to K constant. Now what is mass is for dimensional formula? Only m. What is velocity dimensional formula? L to the power, L into T to the power minus 1. What is radius dimensional formula? L to the power 1. L. Now put in the values. What was the power that we chose for X? We had for mass, we had chosen X, so X here. What was the dimensional formula, the power that we had chosen for velocity? This is velocity, so put this as Y. This was the radius, R. Length we have put, this is Z. Tell me first thing, till here is it clear how to write this step? After, if you understand this part, no, rest of the part is just mathematics, you'll be able to do. First tell me, till here is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now see, ml means the velocity, the speed, these are given. Now what we are going to do, we are going to shift it. Just multiply the powers within, because ultimately it's x, y, z, no, what we have to calculate. So what we did, we just wrote all the quantities that were proportional to force. We put the powers x, y, z, a, b, c, any variable you want, you can put it 1, 2, 3, any variable which you want, you can put it. Because other quantities are known to us, we know their dimensions, so we have put in their dimensions and whatever powers we have chosen. Now you just have to simplify it. See, write this as it is, because there isn't any modification in this. Now, what is the power of mass? X. Just multiply all the terms within themselves. X to m. Now y, to multiply it here also, put the power here also. Z to here. Had there been some more quantity, we would have multiplied y to that also. So now see what is left. L to the power, now this will become L to the power y. This will become t to the power, now minus 1 into y. That becomes minus y. This is done. Now the power of L is 1. What did I say? Multiply the quantity. So Z into 1 is Z. So L to the power Z. Now all the like terms, you just have to equate it. Now this is, now dimensions part is over. Now you just have to apply maths and you just have to solve it. See here. What is mass's power here? 1. what is the value of all the masses that are present? Only single mass is there, so x. So you can say from here, you can say m to the power 1 is actually equal to m to the power x. So you can say x is equal to 1. One thing we have got. Secondly, coming to y's, coming to L's power is also 1 here. So L to the power 1 is equal to, but here we do not have single length. There are two lengths present, right? L to the power y and L to the power z also. So here what we'll do, see, we cannot neglect or you cannot choose one in between, right? If it's L to the power y or L to the power z, that you can write, cannot write. So you just have to put in whatever mathematical operations are there. Both are positive, y, you just have to add the powers. That's how no we write. If I say 10 to the power 1, 10 to the power 2, how do we write it? When we are multiplying it, 10 to the power 3, powers get added up. So same thing is here also. That's why I'm saying physics was still there only. Now you just have to solve mathematically. So this becomes L to the power y plus z. This is L to the power y plus z. Now see, what is y plus z equal to? Y plus z is equal to 1. Let us just let it stay here as it is. Because we do not know the value of either y or z, let it stay. Let's jump to t. So t to the power minus 2 is equal to. T to the power only minus y is there, so we can write it minus y. What is value of minus y equal to minus 2? Y is equal to 2. This also we have got. And if y is equal to 2, that means z is equal to 1 minus 2. So z is equal to minus 1. We have obtained all the powers. Now coming to our formula. Formula, this is still not, we haven't got our formula yet. Question is derivation of formula. Now put in the values of MVR, which you have obtained. See, force is constant, put the constant mass. Mass was x. What is x coming? 1. So this is power is 1 only. MV, V was x. No, V is y. Y is 2. So MV square. R is z to the power minus 1. What you can do? You can bring this r in the denominator. That will become r to the power positive 1. A formula has been obtained. This is how you use the dimensions to derive the formulas of various properties. Some more question we'll see, but first you all note it down from here. Wherever you are having any doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, these are just basic simple steps. We'll see some more questions as well. Note it down.
Finished, ma'am.
One more question, let's see. So this says that derive formula of time period of a pendulum. So now again, on what all things it is depending. See, what is the value of constant, that you need not worry. The constant's value can be 1, like the actual formula for centripetal force is mv square by r only. So it means value of constant is 1 for the above part. So do not worry about that. Just write the formula. Constant can be anything. It can be a number half. Like in for kinetic energy, we usually get mv square, kmv square. Half is not there. So half is a constant. So constant will not come out through dimensional formula. It's a dimensionless quantity. So just focus on all this. So time period is directly proportional to length and acceleration due to gravity. For the time being, acceleration due to gravity, just take it as acceleration only. This we'll do in motion in straight line. Motion under gravity, acceleration due to gravity, we'll see. So again, same thing, remove the proportionality sign, put a constant Lg and put the powers xy. Now time is only t. It means m is 0, L is 0 and time is 1. Time is only t, constant. Length will also be L. Acceleration I've told you to remember also, lt to the power minus 2. What are the powers? X for length and y for acceleration. Now see, what did we do in the last question? We equated all the things. m0 is here, so in any ways m to the power 0 is here, no need of it. Coming to length, L to the power 0. Here L is having, okay, one step I forgot. See, we'll multiply the powers, no? X will get multiplied here with the power here 1. Here power is 1, so y will multiply here, y will get multiplied with this minus 2. So how will we write? m0 L0 t to the power 1 equal to k L to the power x L to the power y t to the power minus 2y, because minus 2 got multiplied with this y. Now coming to it, m0 here, so m0 here. L to the power 0 here, what is L here? X plus y, because 2 are given, no? So it means x plus y is equal to 0. Whatever will be value of one quantity, negative will be the other quantity. We'll see how. And time is t to the power 1. Here time is t to the power minus 2y. So from here we have the value of y. See, minus 2y is equal to 1. So y is equal to minus half. If y, see, x minus half is 0. So x will be plus half. This is x, this is y. Now see, coming to our formula which we were constructing. T is equal to constant L to the power x half and g to the power minus half. You can bring g here also in the denominator. This will become t equal to k L to the power half divided by g to the power half. You can write there, this is enough, this answer is enough, but just to expand it, t you can write it as k L by g whole to the power half. This is the same thing. And whenever we write root, under root something, if I'm writing root 2, that means 2 to the power half. If I'm writing root 6, that means 6 to the power. Whenever we are writing, this is for roots. So if this is L by g to the power half, this means time period is k under root L by. In actual, when you will study waves and SHM, you will notice the constant is 2 pi. So complete formula becomes t is equal to 2 pi under root L by g. But that is dimensionless, but we have actually obtained the correct formula, t is equal to k under root L by g, without actually knowing the formula, right? By just knowing on the proportionality and the dimensions. Note it down. One more question we'll do before going to another topic. Note this. All right, all those who have completed till here, try this question first, at least by yourself. I'll discuss it, but at least you all should also try this by yourself. Whatever is the value of X, Y, and Z, whatever are the values coming, let me know in the chat column. Gravitational constant, all of you have written it. We did it. Go through that. Speed of light means only direct speed. Planck's constant. Oh, you'll be having difficulties in writing the dimensions of Planck's constant. See, I'll write the dimensions at least so that you can copy the dimensions. But values you all should tell. Now at least try it by yourself first. Let me know at least one of the values you can tell. 3 equations you will get. And you know how to solve equations, linear equations. 3 variables are there, you'll have sufficient 3 equations. see how to solve this question. L is equal to, so how will we put it? L is directly, we'll put an equal to sign now. Constant C, G, H to the power X, Y, and Z. Now, I have already told you the dimensions also. At least I hope you all have got the equations. Yes or no? Yes? Good.
Yes, ma'am.
So at least even this much you are doing, you can practice. When you'll practice questions, then you will be able to manage. It's just that now you do not know the dimensions also of most of the quantities. So again, I'm telling you, some dimensions are there that you should remember that are sufficient. Now see, speed of light, this is L to the power, Lt to the power -1, acceleration, no, this is gravitational constant. So m to the power -1, L cube T to the power -2. Planck's constant is mL square T to the power -1. So X, Y, and Z. See, now we are getting big equations, right? Because X, Y, Z have presence in every M, L, and T. So this is the difference that is coming. Now see, same thing, we'll multiply X to all the powers, Y to all the powers, and Z to all the powers. See, X will get multiplied here, then to here. Y with here, M, L, and -2. M, 2, -1, all of these. So a bigger equation we'll have this time, right? So see, L will be equal to K, L to the power X, T to the power -X. We have multiplied M to the power -Y, -1 into Y, L to the power 3Y, T to the power -2Y. M to the power Z, L to the power 2Z, and this is T to the power -Z. Now we just have to equate it. So on this side, what do we have? Which quantity is this? Okay, this is length only. So for length, we have L only. So rest of it is, all these are 0. We do not have mass and time. So if mass is 0, but we do have mass on the right hand side. So this is mass is -Y plus Z. So one equation we have obtained is -Y plus Z is 0. Next, ML, let's write length. L to the power 1 is given. So length will become, see, add all the powers given. X plus 3Y. From here you have 2Z plus 2Z. So this equation is X plus 3Y plus 2Z equal to 1. And time is also not given. So T to the power 0 is equal to how much time? -X. See, यहाँ पे से -X, from here -2Y, from here -Z. This is also a longer one. -X minus 2Y minus Z equals to 0. Now, your physics part at least is over. 3 equations with 3 variables. For solving 3 equations, you should have the idea for 3 variables. 2 linear equations for 2 variables are necessary. So if 3 variables are there, 3 equations are necessary. So what we can do, X plus 3Y plus 2Z is equal to 1, and this is -X plus -2Y minus Z. If we add these 2 equations, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Now, classy, this is simple mathematics. All of you should respond here. If we add these X and X minus X, this will become 0. So at least we will be left with Y and Z. And Y and Z, one equation we already have, so we can get to some conclusion. So see, if I write X plus 3Y plus 2Z equal to 1, -X minus 2Y minus Z is equal to 0. If I add these equations, this gets cancelled. 3Y minus 2Y, Y. 2Z minus Z, Z. So plus Z, sorry. And 1 plus 0 is 1. Okay, now we have 2 equations. one was this first equation, minus y plus z is 0. And one we have calculated, y plus z is 1. And another one is minus y plus z is 0. Let's add this also. Y gets cancelled. 2z equals to 1. Z equals to half. Now, once you have z, y plus z is equal to 1. If z is half, y will also be half. Right? 1 minus half is half only. So z becomes half. If z is half, you put it in any of the equations. It's like y plus half is 1. So y will be 1 minus half, that is half. So y is equal to half. So at least we have values of y and z with us. Now put it in, let's put it in the last second equation, what we adopted, minus x. So minus x minus, how much it was? Minus 2z, no? So 2, this is half. Half and minus z, right? Let me just see the equation. Minus x minus 2y minus z. Yes. So minus half, because both are the half only. So 2 got cancelled. So minus x, this is minus x minus 1 minus half equal to 0. This is left. So you can take the LCM, minus 1 minus half. This becomes minus 3 by 2. So minus x minus 3 by 2 is 0. X becomes equal to 3 by 2. So how will we write the equation, the formula that we are getting? L is equal to K. First was speed of light, C to the power X. So this becomes, no, wait, one thing. This will go
It's minus 3 by 2.
minus, yes, that's what I was saying. Yes, this is minus 3 by 2. So this becomes minus to the power minus 3 by 2. What else? LCG, gravitational constant. So XY, half. And the last one was
Planck's constant.
Planck's constant, H. So this is also. So this is the formula that we will obtain. So I think in this, the equation part was just lengthy, not difficult. And this part, I hope you all, at least this part you should be able to manage. This is simple substitution method, elimination method, whatever methods you have studied in class 10, those will be applied for solving linear equations with the variables. All right, note down the solution.
Ma'am,
Yes, say.
ma'am, can I write the equation as k root of gh by c cube?
Yes, that you can write. See, you can put this under root also, and within the bracket, this you can write the cube root in the formation of square. This whenever halves are given under root gh, this way also. The way in the last question, no, we had obtained minus half here for g and plus half here for l. So this became under root, and it's like this became root, and this went to the denominator. So we combined it and wrote it like this. So this you can always modify whenever you have the powers. You can shift it. My r to the sum to the power. Suppose h to the power -1 came, so we could shift in the denominator. Since it's coming long, that's why I left it here only. But you can definitely extend it.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
Just text me done once completed. All right, see, class, the next topic, though we have 5 minutes, but this topic is lengthy, conversion of units. This is the last portion that is left. So one last class I need for completion of this lesson, then we'll directly start with calculus first. We'll not